Hi everyone and welcome to the latest episode of Just Good Games. So, Sunday the 8th of March is International Women's Day and I couldn't think of no better way to celebrate this than to highlight 5 absolute badass women in video games. Now there's obviously more than 5 badass women in video games in the entire annals of video game history, but I've chosen just 5 so I can spend a bit more time talking about each of them. But before we crack on, I just want to ask you to do one thing, and I think you know what that is, and that is to hit that subscribe button. So go down there and do that now, and then we'll crack on with the rest of the video. There is no better place to start than the First Lady of PlayStation and gaming icon Lara Croft. There's been in total 19 Tomb Raider games spanning across multiple platforms and generations, including mobile games. Whether you prefer the old school games or the new rebooted modern trilogy, I prefer the new trilogy personally, there's no denying how much of a badass Lara Croft is. Over the years, she has obviously shot at and taken down countless other Tomb Raiders, mercenaries, lions, bears, jackals, gods, the Tomb Guardians, the Kraken, snakes, supernatural beings, and obviously a goddamn T-Rex. She has braved deserts, jungles, mountains, Arctic regions, and flooding cities. She has really been there and done it all. The newer version of Lara also has an added edge to her and really fleshed out her character. She will do anything and go to the darkest depths to take down the evil Trident Corporation and to solve the mystery of her father's death, all while searching for some awesome treasure and raiding some tombs. She has really been there and done it all and has been an absolute badass while doing it. Although her original design looks like it's been made by a bunch of horny teenage boys, Lara Croft blazed a trail for playable female characters in video games, and with her redesign and stellar new titles, this trail will hopefully continue to be blazed via many great games in the future. Horizon Zero Dawn is the only PlayStation 4 game my fiancée has ever played, and I'm pretty sure that part of the reason why this is because Aloy is such an amazing protagonist. During her quest to find out the mysteries of the Zero Dawn, the old ones, and to take down the Eclipse tribe, Aloy always tends to be underestimated, but always rises to the challenge and proves just how much of a badass she is. She's very handy with a spear, bow, and a huge variety of other weapons, and to be honest, she sort of has to be. The world in which she inhabits, 31st century Earth, is just full of machine animals all ready to absolutely destroy her. The fact that she can take down a machine T-Rex single-handedly only adds to her badassery. Just to let you know, being able to take down the T-Rex is not a requirement to be on this list. It just helps. Although she's only been in one game, the one game she's in is absolutely amazing and is one of the best selling games on the PlayStation 4. Horizon Zero Dawn is a modern day classic and Aloy is now one of PlayStation's new wave of icons. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is pretty much a lock for the PlayStation 5 and this will only enhance her standing and I can't wait to play it. You all know how I feel about The Last of Us. I need no excuse to talk about it. So here we go again. Although you spend more time as Joel in The Last of Us, and his story does drive most of the first game, The Last of Us as a series is most definitely Ellie's story. Now, one of the absolute best sections of the entire game is where you play as Ellie, and the fight against David is so intense. At the end of the day, she's just a teenage girl growing up in a very, very awful world. She doesn't really know her life before that, as she's grown up in this post-apocalyptic sort of zombie-ridden world. She knows how to handle a rifle though, and is very, very handy with a knife. She always has Joel's back. She's loyal to a fault and is one of the best and funniest AI companions of all time. Focusing on Ellie for the DLC for the first game was an absolutely brilliant idea and it really fleshes out her character. She also flies the flag for the LGBT community for the characters in video games. There's far too few of them, so we need more LGBT computer game characters. Ellie is just a badass and is one of just the finest side characters going, and now she is stepping up to be a main character in the second game. I can't wait for the second game, and this will show us how she's developed the skills she learnt in the first game. It's set many years after the first game, and even at a young age she was able to deal with clickers and just the horrible humans, so I'm guessing she will be able to deal with them even better now. To some, Princess Zelda might be a strange entry on this list, but to most of you, you know exactly why Princess Zelda is on this list. She's an absolute badass. For starters, the whole series of games is called The Legend of Zelda. It's not The Legend of Link. No, it's Legend of Zelda. Secondly, if it wasn't for Princess Zelda, Link would definitely not have defeated Ganon countless times. And finally, she holds the Triforce of Wisdom. But as I said, without Zelda, Link would probably not have defeated Ganon as many times as he has. She's always there to provide Link with help and, more importantly, light arrows. And obviously the Ocarina of Time. She's an accomplished warrior, especially in Ocarina of Time, where she disguises herself as the mysterious Sheik and turns up every so often to guide Link. She's also handy with magic, as in Breath of the Wild she manages to seal away Calamity Ganon, who is one of the most powerful forms of Ganon, obviously with the help of Link, and she looks set to play a bigger role in Breath of the Wild too. To be honest, I think it might be time for a Legend of Zelda game where you play as Zelda. I think it would be really cool. It looks like they might be prepping her for that in Breath of the Wild too. So Nintendo, if you're listening, which I know you are, make a Legend of Zelda game with Zelda as a playable character. It'll be really cool. Clementine's basic story is very similar to that of Ellie's, a young girl who finds herself in a horrible world, the post-apocalyptic world of The Walking Dead to be more precise. To have survived the world of The Walking Dead for as long as she has, and after encountering the people and places that she has, alone makes her a badass. You join Clementine at a bit of a younger age than you do Ellie, and again you don't play as her for the first game, but you play as the person who teaches Clementine and the person who takes her under his wing, Lee. And the decision she or you have to take at the end of the series, like at the end of series 1 regarding Lee, is heartbreaking and sort of affects and informs the way she develops over the 4 series. Clementine is very clever, very handy with a gun and knife, and can be loyal to a fault depending on how you play. Like Lee did with her, Clementine takes a young person under her wing and guides them through the world of The Walking Dead. Becoming a surrogate mother to AJ almost adds more of a ruthlessness to her, as it focuses Clem and makes her almost just more badass. Clem is just a total badass, and if you haven't played her story yet, get out there, play it now, if the Telltale games are still available. So there you have it. Those are 5 absolute badass women in video games. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. All I need you to do now, if you haven't already done, is subscribe, like, share, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. There's more to come this month, so just keep looking out for videos. And once again, you have been watching Just Good Games.